Let's go to Lindsay Sablon. She's at the Shepherd of the Hills Church, and that's where a lot of parents are. Lindsay.
There are still a lot of parents and a lot of students to be reunited with their parents. And I actually spoke with Afton. It's probably been 30 to 45 minutes ago, and then just saw her walking down the street. First, Afton, I know it seems like a silly question, but how are you? How are you doing? How are you holding up right now?
I'm doing better. I was really distraught earlier because of everything that happened, but I'm doing better.
And kind of walk me back. I know we've talked about it, but this is the first time our audience has heard. Kind of walk me through back where you were when this happened and the process after that.
I was sitting in the gym. The gunshots, we had a video going on. The gym class, the classroom that was in the gym at the time, came sprinting into the weight room, and we didn't know what was going on. We were told. The teachers were starting to yell at and say, like, they would yell at us and say, like, shut the door, get down, stay low, and be quiet. And then we knew something was serious was going on. And then the lights went out, and we knew it was a lockdown. It came over the PA, and it said, this is a lockdown drill. We knew, or not a drill. We knew it wasn't a drill because of the way our teachers handled it. They were pretty serious. And then the lights went out, and we were sitting there for about an hour and a half until we were finally released. During the time of that hour and a half, the doors, we have one door to the outside and then two doors to the gym. And every so often, two of the three doors would like wiggle, and we're trying to force it open, either checking to see if it was locked or trying to get in. And we didn't know what was going on. The teachers didn't know what was going on. And sometimes we would hear yelling or dogs barking. So we knew it was the SWAT team, but it was still scary. And then we were finally released. Yeah, an hour and a half later, we were directed in a single file line out across Dry Creek and then back behind these buildings and into the church. And when we had to have our hands behind our heads and we were patted down. And when I first saw the SWAT team and the police officers come through the door in the gym, that's when it really hit me what was going on. Because we were so in that confined area and we were quiet, it didn't really hit us. And then once we saw all the cop cars and everything going on, it really hit me.
And you actually just by chance ran into her mom.
Yeah, it was this crazy split moment thing that I saw her out of the thousands of students that were being evacuated out of the school and the hundreds of thousands of parents that are here. Happened to run into her right in front of the King Supers. And when I saw her, it was a complete relief. I wasn't expecting to see her because I didn't know we were being brought to or where the parents were or if they were even here because I didn't have anything on me. It was a crazy feeling seeing both of my parents.
And I know Mom didn't want to talk too much, but Julie, you're smiling as she's saying this part.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It is so great. It was wonderful to see her. And I was supposed to stay at the church, but I was nervous and I kept running back and forth from the school to the church. And I had happened to just leave here and went back to the school because I was just so nervous about where she was and what was happening. And I went back, and sure enough, she came around just as I came around the corner, she came around the corner, and we just saw each other. It was just a magical moment.
And I don't think I've seen you without being sandwiched between them since. Oh, doesn't it?
I know. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's a close moment. You don't realize how life is so precious sometimes, but it's another good reminder to everybody.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for taking time with us to share your story. Go home, get warm, because you've got Dad's shirt on and then a blanket.
I just came from gym, so I had to leave everything.
You ready to get home now?
Yes, I am.
All right. Thank you, Ashton. Thanks, Julie. Thank you guys so much. Take care. And that is the Phelps family. Like I mentioned, we ran into them probably about 30, 45 minutes ago over at the church. And then I just saw Ashton walking down the street again. And I asked her, "Oh, what are you still doing here?" And she said, I really wanted to come see the scene, take everything in, because she was taken from the school directly to the church and hadn't seen all of this. And she just wanted a moment to really soak it in before she went home. And and is able to be with her family. So I know she's very relieved, and her parents are very relieved to have her in their arms, as many families are, as we continue to see them file out. If you can see behind me and past the flashing lights, one by one, family members continue to come from Shepherd of the Hills Church, which is, again, not far, just a stone's throw from Arapahoe High School. And what students are telling me is that either their name will be yelled over an intercom or their name will be shouted out, and that is when they get to finally see their parents. And for a lot of these students, for the first time since this all happened nearly 4.5 hours ago. So very happy reunions here, but like we've been mentioning, it's been an ongoing process, and it's going to take a lot of time as they're loading these students onto buses, bringing them here to the middle school, and then again letting them go one by one.